And that's where we're keeping our focus this morning. Pretty disturbing it is indeed, but just to help us understand about a human flesh drug in Nigeria, that's really is disturbing for a lot of people. And of course, two agencies that are involved. But the NAFDAC DG, Professor Moji Adeye, is with me here in the studio to give us, enlighten us more about this troubling news. It's really disturbing for a lot of people. Ever since the news broke last Friday, we've been being inundated with calls on what actually this is happening. Is this a confirmed information coming from the NIA? We understand that the Standards Organization of Nigeria, NAFDAC, have been informed about this, as well as the customs. Are we on the trail of this drug?
First of all, the capsules that are implicated to have human flesh was supposedly made in thousands. Usually when we have registered products, registered drugs, they are usually made in millions and they come in containers through the ports. The fact that this particular capsules were made in thousands suggests that it's, first of all, it's a small volume and very likely traditional medicine. But I didn't just stop there. I called my colleague in China, my equivalent in China, to find out what the problem is. First of all, they weren't aware of these particular capsules that contain human parts, the equivalent of NAFDAC in China. However, they told me that the Asian countries, the Southeast Asian countries, use a traditional medicine that has placenta hominis. Placenta hominis, according to them, is remains of placenta after live delivery of children, and that is made into formulations, whether it is capsule or tablet, I don't know. She did not specify, but that Southeast Asians have used this for a long time for treatment of one disease or the other. That was the closest I could get from China FDA in terms of human parts that is made into pharmaceutical formulation. This particular product that they said that is in form of capsules, first of all, cannot enter Nigeria through the ports. Usually when we have drug products coming through the ports, they are made in millions, packaged into cartons, and of course placed in containers.
So does this suggest a sinister motive behind this one, that is made in thousands and sent in?
Yes and no. Yes, because it is not just human parts that they said they are contained in the capsules. The same NIA release said that viruses were also put in capsules. That is what I think is sinister, because I don't understand how viruses can be included in capsules for humans to consume if there is no sinister move. But on the other hand, I don't think it is sinister that it is in small volume, because if they use it, if they use something like placenta hominis, if they use it as traditional medicines, maybe it is not widely distributed or widely manufactured, manufactured in big amounts. So there is no sinister move in the volume. Our own concern in NAFDAC is that this particular product may come as mail order, coming in small packages into the country, online purchases, and we have put all our staff on notice in the zones, in the states, Port Inspection Directorate that are in charge of the airports, to be on the lookout for any product coming from China that is suspected to have these particular capsules. But thus far, nothing has happened. We have not seen anything. But NAFDAC has not registered any product with human capsules, and we will not, or with human remains, we will not, because it's against our culture.
I'm wondering, when it's really difficult to accept that such a drug is in this country, but does it have a name?
Actually, that's a good question. I've been asking, what is the name? Because I've gone online, I've done a lot of research. It doesn't come, not that it doesn't come. We don't know the name that is manufactured under. So it is difficult to say, if it is X capsule, we will not be aware of X capsules. We put an alert out, but we don't know. But the only thing that we are telling our staff at the zones in the states is that be aware, go around the market, anybody that is hawking and they are saying that this drug or product can cure everything, you go there and make sure that the products are seized or the products are investigated, because they can come also through these roadside hawkers, which we have been mopping out. The more we mop them out, the more they come out, unfortunately. But those are the types of spots where this type of products can come into the country.
Have we had any physical identification of the drug?
No.
So we don't know if it is a capsule, a caplet, or...
It is capsule, because that is what is shown on the internet. I saw it as capsule on the internet, but not physically.
So you know that in Nigeria, pharmacists have always complained. They've had this challenge of how OTS, on-the-counter drugs, and
Yes.
even prescription drugs, gets into circulation. And that seems to be a major challenge. With this drug that is coming into the country now, how well are we positioned, considering those difficulties we've had in the past, even with normal on over-the-counter drugs and prescription drugs, and people having access to them? Now that this is here, it becomes even worse.
Actually,
what measures do you have in place to try to see that we contain this to the barest minimum?
First of all, I don't think the product is in Nigeria. I don't think so. What they're saying is we should be on the lookout. We should be alerted to the fact that it can come to Nigeria. I don't think it's in Nigeria right now.
So if it is not in Nigeria, how then did the NIA get to announce that we have this drug within this country?
Actually, NIA didn't say that we have it. It is that we should be on the lookout. The email that I got, or the document that I got, is from the NIA in partnership with the Korean Intelligence Agency, that we should be on the lookout that the product may come to Nigeria. But we've been on alert. NAFDAC has been on alert at all the different ports and states and zones to be sure that it doesn't come in. And I've released 2 or 3 press releases since last Thursday about this. It was on the Tribune. It was on different news media. So we've been on it since this second morning. That was Friday morning. We got the alert from NIA on Thursday, or we got the from the ministry on Thursday, and on Friday I was already on the air trying to make sure that we douse anything that is going on in terms of, it's here, it's not there, but it's not in Nigeria right now.
Well, are you getting the same commitment from sister agencies, the SON, for instance, the customs?
Actually, yes, we get a collaboration with customs. SON is not in charge of drug products. SON is in charge of standards of so many products, like light fixtures, the chair that we are sitting on. They are for standards of thousands of products. SON is not in charge of finished products. So NAFDAC is the only organization that has the mandate, and we've been on it since last week, Friday.